Hey guys, welcome back to a new season of Crystal Palace's Road to Glory on EAFC. What a season we had last year. We managed to win the double, beating Arsenal not only in the league but in the FA Cup final. I know they're stewing, and at the end of this episode we face them again in the Community Shield to kick off this new season, our third season. So just looking at the squad, I think the only changes we're really going to try and make is probably bring the Neo to be our starting DM. Cruz had a nice breakout season last year, so can't really complain of his overall integration into the squad, and we're going to look to try and bring a few more other youngsters up into the first team for this season. We have a few of them out. Gomez played against us last season. He was at Everton, and let's get it. So last season I had to bring up a lot of these youth players who were moaning that they were going to terminate their contracts. I didn't want to get rid of them because we did our scouting. They had decent enough stats, decent enough potential. So for me, worst case scenario is to promote them up and then loan them to clubs for 1 year, 2 years, see how they develop, and then potentially sell them for a profit later on. So Bangura, he looks like a decent prospect. We also have a new centre back as well that was coming through. So he can potentially step in for Anderson, who's definitely going to be leaving. So Charles Adams, so he looks like he's potentially going to be promoted into not the starting lineup, but definitely using him in a rotational type of structure moving into season 3. I'm excited to use him. The only thing I'm slightly worried about is his agility when it's on par with Richard, so shouldn't really complain too much. But we're gonna throw him in, see what he can do, put him on a training plan. Decent stats for a guy that's only 18. He's strong, he has standing tackle, and it's comparable for his age to Richards. So let's definitely try to see how far we can take him. Guys like Klein also going to be moved on at the end of in this window. Mensah, another youngster, he's going to be on the bench now, providing that backup to Bowie. And this guy as well, look how wide he is. He's ready. He was out on loan last season, 70 overrated, 19 years old. Looks like a good, strong defensive option. Bamba, I might sell this guy because I'm not 100% sure where he actually fits in. I think he's registered as a right back, but he's not really good defensively. I could change him to a centre midfielder, but he's not really the best when it comes to attacking or passing or anything like that. So I think it's probably best we cut our losses with Bamba and let him go. Pedro Moreno looks like he's a right talent. He was also complaining after 3 months being in our youth academy, but he looks like he's going to be quite the player and potentially one to take over Eza if he ever sparks up or want to move. Obafemi John, we have another guy in the youth who's currently out on loan. Not Obafemi John, but Obafemi John, he is growing nicely. He looks strong, he can tackle, looks like a well-rounded player, but I'm not 100% sure if he will make it into the starting lineup. He might be someone that we have just as a squad filler. So Ortiz, he looks like he may be our new Decore when that time comes. So he's very technical, has high defensive work rate, and can pass, can shoot. And guys, he's only 18, and look at those stats. I mean, it speaks for itself, right? He's currently out on loan. I think he's coming back mid-season in January, so he's definitely one to look out for. So our squad is shaping up. We have a good mixture of youth and experience. This really surprised me. I mean, he's at the back end of last season, he actually stopped growing, so I thought he wasn't going to grow anymore, but he's back, guys. And look at his stats. Ooh, that is exciting stuff, because he is quite some player. He was literally carrying us at some stages last season, especially towards the end of last season. He was carrying us, and it's nice to see that he's going to continue his development with us. Same as Indri. He had his breakout season with us last season. Found him in the Ivory Coast, the new Wilfried Zaha. Very, very nippy, very quick, can shoot. His finishing is only 68, but he actually can shoot really well. And the same for Raksakino, as you guys already know. Push Schlupp to the bench midway through last season, so he's definitely our starting winger on the left, and he's only going to go from strength to strength with Ndri as the backup winger on that side. Gomez was out on loan at Everton last season. We found him in Brazil. He's going to come back and provide depth for Olise. So that's going to be he's going to be nice to see how he develops. But look at his stats. He can dribble, he's quick, he can finish, has long pass, long shooting, set pieces, volleying. He's going to definitely be a nice one to definitely see what he can bring to the side, and see if we have another wonder kid. So a few guys like Lopez, and I've got another Brazilian striker as well, Charles Silva. We're gonna probably loan them out, didn't want to lose them, but we have Cruz, who had a good breakout season last year as well. All three of them actually came from the youth scouting last season. Cruz was, I think, just 1 year ahead of them in terms of developing, so Cruz is going to continue his development with us. A lot of sides came for Cruz last January, Arsenal being one of them, so it's going to be interesting to see how he develops. Edouard goes without saying, fantastic striker, good with both feet, strong, powerful, can finish really well, fast enough. I think he's won the Golden Boot in the Premier League 2 years running. So we have these two young Italian centre backs, as you know, Martinelli and D'Angelo. Their stats are developing pretty well. We're going to promote them up into the full team shortly. They can be our new, like I mentioned, Nesta, Maldini, Bonucci, Chiellini, all those legendary Italian defenders of old. We're looking for the next regen or the next new legends to come, and especially with this Italian scouting scout reports, you're going to see that I actually promote quite a few of these guys, because I want to test what will happen if we promote these guys whilst they're young and then loan them out, see how they develop. Is there going to be a difference in the way that they develop? Does it only have to be when they complain that you bring them up? So I've promoted quite a few of them. This is a young goalkeeper that we had from England. I believe it's Horton. It begins. He was our first player to leave the side on 2 years. We're going to check in with him mid-season, see how he grows. Also sold Caden Rodney. We have Lerma, and we have the new boy Danilo as well. So there's not really too much space for him. And we also bought Ortiz as well in January, who's from Argentina, who also has slightly better stats than Caden Rodney. So unfortunately on this time, Rodney doesn't make the cut. So Charles Silva gone out on loan for 12 months. We have good enough squad depth. We sold Ebi Oweri because, as you guys saw, we have Raksaki and Arsene and Ndri on the left, and then we have Olise and Gomez on the right hand side. So we're kind of stacked when it comes to wingers. It's a chance to get more money in. As you can see, an excellent deal. We got 6.5 million, can't really complain. We have good squad depth on that side. Speaking of good squad depth on our wingers, Olise and Raksaki actually only had just under 2 years left on their contract, so of course we had to negotiate new contracts with them. Olise shot into being our highest paid player on 77k, well deserved. Raksaki managed to get him on a rotation contract so that I can, calmly use him and use Ndri and then use Gomez as well. So very nice to see that they've bought into the project. Ndri as well, biting at the bit, ready to show his worth and ready to really put the work in and show the Eagle fans all around the world that he is worthy of a starting lineup spot. Same for Gomez as well. These objectives aren't too crazy this year. I mean, anything to do with young players will get sorted in either this transfer window or the following one. The only one really is maybe winning the FA Cup. I know we did it last time, guys, and maybe the Champions League semi-final, but it's a low priority. But winning the FA Cup, you know, I expect us to get into the quarters, semis, at least this season. But let's see how it goes. West Ham came in for Anderson with 21 million, which I think is a fantastic offer. But, you know, my assistant guy, my right hand man, said that we can get 26k for him. So I've said, Moyes, if you want this guy, you're gonna have to put up the dough, and they were happy to comply. So it looks like Anderson is going to West Ham, guys. Managed to put Charles Adam on a development plan. I mean, you know, his stats are decent as a stopper, but that agility, I really wanted to try and make that increase as well. So put him on a sweeper development plan initially. Try to get a few more pennies, a few more millies out of Manchester United for Joachim Anderson. But, you know, they weren't having it. But, you know, it's their loss. So he did end up going West Ham in the end. I mean, it's a good signing for another team in the league, just not for me. I just found that Anderson's agility was letting him down. He was good at pinging the ball, doing long passing. He was strong, but his agility and his overall pace just meant that in this league, he was constantly being spun, constantly being played around, and he just lost a yard or two whenever it came to defending Premier League strikers. So I wish him all the best, and we may cross paths again in the future. Who is this guy? Man, my scout seems to have found a fantastic prospect at AC Milan, Gabriel Bianchi. So, you know, I sent out one of the scouts to go and scope him out, see what he's about, see what, you know, how much he will potentially be worth, and if a deal is feasible. Quick look at our youth players. So we have Gonzalez, who is a young Colombian goalkeeper that we found, and he seems to be developing really well, but his goalkeeping positioning is lagging. I mean, 50, he's 17, so, you know, it's not too bad. So I put him on a sweeper keeper development plan, which isn't bad. And we have quite a few of those Italian defenders that we got from our scouting thing. So I promoted a whole host of them up to the senior side, like I mentioned, and I added them to the loan list so that we can do our test to see if we loan them out when they're young, you know, 16, 17, how will they develop? Because in theory they're going to be playing hopefully in the in first team football around more experienced players, so maybe they should you know, they should develop a bit quicker, but let's see, time will tell. So that struck off one thing on the youth development side on our objectives, so I'm happy with that. Don't have to worry about that one too tough. Ethan Joyce, another young English goalkeeper, out to Villarreal for 2 years. I know it's going to be tough for goalkeepers, but let's see what happens on that front. We'll probably sell him after a year anyways, because we have Gonzalez plus Johnston, and Dean Henderson isn't going anywhere too soon. Managed to negotiate some extra money for Schlupp, and I also gave Lerma an extra year or two on his contract, a short extension, just because, you know, we can do with that added depth on that side, even though Danilo is going to be the starting defender. Jordan Bayer looks like he could potentially join us. He looks like an interesting addition. We're scouting Bianchi, but I don't think we will miss if we also try to bring in this guy. He has really good physical attributes as well as defending. You know, he's quick, tall, strong, and he can defend in a decent way as well. So he's a potential addition to the side as well, and it looks very interesting, guys. So Aston Villa came for Eze. You know what we're gonna do here. Aston Villa, we see your offer, but we're not giving you Eze. Come on, get out of here with that talk. That's a huge offer though. £126 million sterling. Whew. That is a huge amount of money. So Schlupp left. You know, he only featured a few times last season, and it's probably going to go less. It's probably going to go down this season as well with the incoming youngsters. But we got a nice fee for Schlupp. He was a loyal servant. He did well. Wish him all the best on his new adventure. So we chose to go into the South America Cup because Juventus are there, guys, and you remember Juventus. They knocked us out, embarrassed us in the Champions League. So we got our first scout report back for Bianchi, and his stats are holding. His stats are holding, guys, and he's showing great potential. So we keep the scout in, we keep Halliday on Bianchi. Let's see how his stats settle, and he can potentially be our first signing. So Mourinho also leaves. We have high hopes for this guy. He's probably going to be the new Eze at some point in the future. He's going to be gone for all of 12 months. We're going to see how he develops, and hopefully we can try and make another superstar out of him. Bangura and Lopez also gone for 12 months and 2 years. Conti, one of the young 15, I think he was 15. He's gone for 2 years. And guys, our team is shaping up nicely. You know, we have youngsters going out. We need to find a buyer for Johnson, although I think he is retiring at the end of the season, so it's not overly a pressing concern. But yeah, our team is shaping up nicely. Just did a bit of squad shaping in this little segment right here. We've got Gomez and Cruz on the bench, trying to find some space for Mensah, but I don't think I can get him there. But you know, it's fine him being on the reserves with Franca, you know, Ahamada, Lerma, you know. And we go into our first game against Juventus. Can we get some payback? It's just pre-season. We just want to get the fitness of the lads up, but every game counts. Let's go, you Eagles.
Long ago, and now it's a matter of who will dominate on the pitch. Top players, big characters on the big stage. A highly exciting prospect. It's Crystal Palace. They face Juventus, and it's live next on EA TV. Now to keep the ball. What can they do from here? And drawing it back. And a goal to give them the lead. They have their reward. Doucouré. Could be dangerous. Is it going to be? They just couldn't stay in front. And now this match is all square. Still behind, but the pressure mounting. Oh, that one has promise. Big chance. Oh, that is a majestic goal. Volleyed home with precision and style. Superbly done. Super tackle, and they've won possession. He's in behind. And a goal to delight the fans. Just what they were hoping for.
You know, I'm pretty upset with myself because 88 minutes on the clock, we have a lead to defend, and I feel like the youngsters maybe got a rush of blood and the inexperience showed. We didn't have to push for that extra goal. We really could have probably seen the game out, and then, you know, all they needed was one chance to equalize. So all in all, we ended up drawing against Juventus in the pre-season, which isn't a bad result. It was a good run out for the lads. Ended up selling Nathan Ferguson. We have more than enough options at fullback position. Also sold this guy, and you know what, his stats weren't good, but his aesthetics, he could have been nicknamed the Lion or something. Jacques Diouf. So we sold him for 1 million. Bamba as well, he's also gone for 420k. And we go into our next game. Come on, you Eagles.
what should be highly entertaining.
Hello there. I must say, if you ever get the chance to visit this stadium, the Estadio Presidente Perón, take it. It's majestic. My name's Derek Ray, and delighted to have alongside me, as usual on these occasions, Stuart Robson. Cataldi. Oh, this is looking promising. In it goes! That will do nicely for starters. First goal of the game.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. But there's still plenty to do from here.
And under pressure, that was a fine claim. Hudson Edouard. A real opening now. And it's in! All square again. What a match this is turning out to be. Well, all doing their bit to keep them out. Good idea. In position. And there it is! 2 goals in a matter of minutes. Incredible stuff. Doucouré. Attacking possibilities for Palace. Still not clear. Well, it's all going so swimmingly for them here. Another goal. And now it's a matter of avoiding any silly mistakes.
Well, let's take another look. And wow, how cleanly does he hit that? The keeper was never going to save it. What a good goal that is.
Will they profit from this situation? It's a good cross, has to be. In it goes! He's made it a brace for himself. No stopping him, apparently. Bad challenge, and now it's up to the referee in terms of what to do next. Oh, that's a super piece of defending. Well, the counter chance looks very real. And just offside, but by a whisker, my good. Did well to clear it away. Just 15 minutes remaining. This attack looks highly promising. Opportunity! There it is! 2 to the good now, and that gives them a buffer. Luis Alberto. Kramaric. Well, he stopped them in their tracks. Well, maybe a good position from which to counter. Released it nicely. Kramaric. Well, had no intention of losing out. Miranda. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end.
Gomez feels really good to dribble with. Like, he's quick enough, but his dribbling and close control is fantastic. Nice to see him get his first Eagles goal. And this match actually ended 5-2, so it was a nice run out for the team, nice run out for the lads. And I'm really enjoying bringing those youngsters in for the second half, and also when we've got the game under wraps. So like I mentioned, his agility, Charles Adam agility is a very important part for me. So he was on ball playing defender initially, but I'm going to change him to sweeper so he can work on his agility, the agility side, the speed side, as well as getting those defensive stats up. And the final scout report is in for Gabriel Bianchi, and he looks like a fantastic prospect, guys. Look at him, only 20 years of age, 6'2", left-footed, so he'll complement Guehi perfectly. Strong, reactions are good, aggression is good, interceptions is good, and went in to make an offer for him, and we are greeted with access denied. Man, you know what? It's so annoying that they should have shown this previously, that he just joined the club, so he wouldn't be able to move. So I still try my luck, but you know, I'm going to keep him on the transfer shortlist. Maybe we can try again for him. So anyways, I went with the backup option, Bayer. Went in with 19 mil. Vincent Company was happy with that, with his see-through shirt, and Bayer looks like he's gonna become an Eagle player very shortly. So we move on to our final game against Roma. Let's go, you Eagles.
Well, it is without question a very special day. This is day match. Stuart, what should we expect to see from him?
Well, he's a good player, no.
Martial! And a goal! 1-0, and what a fast start they've made to this game. Elia. Ndika. Vitor Ferreira. Good-looking sequence, this. Martial, he must finish. They've gone and scored again. They're doing everything in their power to make sure. Really getting stuck in. Odson Edouard. Could put one back here. And he does! He's thrown his team a lifeline. The belief is back. Here's Cristante. Good movement. Might work out. In it goes! Delighted to be two in front. Things look good for them now.
Well, let's look at this again. To pick out this pass shows wonderful vision. It's inch perfect. And then what a strike. That's hit with such ferocity. Certainly no stopping that. That's a great goal.
Well, he could really get at the opposition. Pulls it back. A goal! And it's very much game on here.
Well, here we can see it again. He's shown outstanding vision to find the perfect cutback, but there's still plenty to do from here. He hits it so well, though. Lots of pace, lots of power, and the...
And Palace could be onto something. And both hands on it. Good goalkeeping. Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution. Well read to put an end to that attack. Ezzy.
So this match actually ended 3-3. Nice to see the youngsters link up and get a goal. Cruz, he has power shooting, so it's very satisfying when you can get the right amount of power on right amount of power to shoot with him. Yeah, so this match ended 3-3, and all in all, it's been a successful pre-season tournament, even though we didn't win it, but it's all good. Managed to negotiate the contract for Bayer, 4 years, and he is happy to join as our new centre-back partner for Mark Guehi. I'm happy to have him. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Bianchi in, seeing as he just joined AC Milan, but that's no issue. Bayer, young, well, he's youngish, at a good age, fast, strong, can tackle, and looking forward to see what he can bring to the side. Esposito is a young right back that we scouted at the back end of last season and part of the experiment of straight from youth academy to loan. So it's going to be interesting to see how he develops over the next 2 years. And we put Bayer on a training development plan to round out his stats and also to help him focus a bit more when it comes to defensive awareness and his overall defensive work rate. We say goodbye to another OG in Nathaniel Klein. Served us really well in the first season, but we are moving on to bigger and better things, and he is just not as competitive as he was at the start of the season. Thanks, Nathaniel, all the best, and we will see how we grow. On to Arsenal Community Shield. Let's go, you Eagles. I know they're fuming and baying for blood. Let's go.
Just the challenge that was required. Eze might be able to set up the chance. And Palace unable to retain possession. Doucouré. That's a good-looking ball. And a goal to give them the lead. They have their reward.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a really nice ball to put him through. The vision to set up the chance is outstanding, and it makes the striker's job so easy.
Eze. Promising sequence. Opportunity. They've gone and scored again. They're doing everything in their power to make sure they're not pegged loose. Can he get one back? And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again. Top-class defending. The defenders know you can't really allow space like that. Now he must favour the cross. I'll tell you what, that is really top-class defending. Counter-attacking chance. Aziz. Well, strong play here. It's looking promising. Cutting the ball back. And it's in! This game very much back on as a contest. Up. They've decided that now is the time to go to the bench. Martin Ødegaard. Rice. The danger not over. Plays it back. And it's Gabriel Jesus. Will he finish? Oh, there it is! Unbelievable stuff from 2 down. They're right back in this.
Well, let's take another look, and it's a very good goal. And they deserve it, you have to say. They've been excellent.
Jordan Bayer. Doucouré. Showing good width here, Palace. Teammate available. Oh, and a perfect ball now. How about this? Oh, they've done it! They forged ahead, and it might be the goal that gives them victory.
Well, here's the replay. What a superb volley this is. He strikes it so cleanly, and he times it perfectly.
Clock is against Arsenal, but what can they pull out of the fire here? Rice. On to Jesus. Really fine piece of defending play to break us up. And full time, most satisfying, a victory in the curtain raiser to the season.
Well, it's certainly a good way to start the season. That's just what they wanted. They played really well today, and it's always great to keep winning trophies for the season, Derek. And this is always a nice moment, going up to lift any trophy. Great for those fans as well.
Now for the trophy lift.
Whew, great performance. Great performance. I really thought when they brought on Odegaard they were going to go up another level and take it away from us, but we held on, got the winning goal, and hopefully that is a sign of things to come for this season as we continue on our road to glory, to greatness with Crystal Palace. Ended up getting an additional coach for our defensive regiment. Onana looks like a potential new signing as well. He looks strong, physical, and a potential person that can maybe offer additional competition for Danilo as Lerma is phased out. But anyways, that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the new season. Man, it's going to be another tough one. Long, grueling year ahead of us as we continue our road to glory. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so I can continue growing. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.